Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 6th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com. But let's see what's going on for you this week. It's been interesting pretty much for everybody. A lot about socializing. Your first card is about socializing. So I think it would be a great week for you to do that. You show up as well, which is always nice. Kind of puts you in a position of strength and power. Yeah, looks good. So you start off with the Ten of Hearts. Again, card of socializing. Every single sign this week, for the most part, has had something about needing to socialize, needing to open up to other people, and having that be very beneficial to you. Even just like people in the store, or if you go for walks or whatever, just like in public. I think I might do a video on this. I told Gemini this that it's an amazing time to socialize. Even when I moved out here, when I just moved. I made it a point to try to socialize with as many people as possible, and the amount of things, I mean, I could go on for days, which I'm not going to bore you with. The amount of things that have happened to me just by opening up to random people have been amazing, and that's what this card is. It's a card of socializing, networking, but benefiting, being able to benefit not only yourself, but also other people, like finding mutually beneficial things. Like I said, I've met like a ton of new people out here, a ton of new friends and things, and also just other like weird things that have happened. Like I said, I could go on and on about it, but so I definitely encourage you to do that. I also said to Gemini and Cancer that because both of them had similar cards like this, and I said that I think people at this time, I mean, especially with the astrology, are begging for somebody to talk to them. Like, I think people walk around and just wish that somebody would like start a conversation with them. So be that person this week. It could be very beneficial. And again, it seems to be coming up for everybody. In the 2017 readings, I talked about how it was a big year for networking, and it's kind of like starting to make sense to me now. It's kind of coming together. I actually see like what's going on. So I think it would be a great time for you to do that. If you see somebody interesting, talk to them. You never know what could happen. Next, you have the Ace of Spades, card of existing problems being resolved and overcoming obstacles. So a lot of you could be overcoming major obstacles and things like that. Also a card of victory. I actually think for you, I think you are just going to be feeling a sense of personal victory, which could be very nice. Maybe like you're reaching some sort of goal in your personal life, and you kind of have that just general sense of winning, which is, again, always very nice. Next, you have the Queen of Diamonds, which is Virgo, so you're very much in your element this week. Hardworking, maybe working on a lot of ideas, but I also feel like your week will just feel very much like in a straight line. I know it's kind of a weird message, but it came in, so I'm going to deliver it. I feel like it's going to feel like almost like an easy week for you. I don't know if easy is the right term, but I just feel like things are going to kind of flow for you this week. It might not be an overly exciting week, although you have some amazing cards here, so I don't see why not, but I think there's a general flow and a general easiness to your week this week, which is always very nice. Next, you have the Two of Clubs, needing to keep yourself motivated, needing to keep yourself fired up. You definitely might be feeling a little bit lazy this week. I think, again, you're very connected to Pisces. It's your opposite sign. But there is like a definite connection between Pisces and Virgo for whatever reason, like kind of above all other connections for some reason. And so, I think that it's going to be a lazy week for both. I think both are going to have this, like, both of you and Pisces are going to have this battle between like working really hard or just not and doing whatever you want. So I think it's important for you to stay motivated. Again, I think either way it'll be an easy week, but try to stay motivated and try to do things. Next, you have the Four of Hearts, commitments. A lot of you could be making new commitments to new jobs, new businesses, or even commitments in love. If you are single, this is a card of, again, socializing, talking to people, and finding love that way as well. Actually, it's interesting because I kind of got this like hit when I was doing the 2017 readings that things like online dating and stuff might not be for everybody this year and might not work out as well. We might actually see as we go through this year and even next year, 2018. We might see, I think, online dating things taking more of a dive. I think it's going to go the other direction, and people are going to be more socializing and finding and having social opportunities be better for finding love. So definitely, if you are looking for love, Four of Hearts, look, socialize, look for opportunities to meet people while socializing. And finally, you have the Queen of Spades. I do think that you will be presented with a risk this week, and it will very much feel like a risk, by the way, and I would take it if I were you. Queen of Spades is a card of jumping into darkness, but sometimes when it comes up, like, a boss will come to you and want you to take on like a project, a client will come in and want you to take on a major project, or somebody will try to set you up on a date that feels like a risk or whatever. It could be anything. And this card says, take the risk. Go for it. Do whatever the risky thing is this week. If you're presented with a risk, do it because it will be very beneficial with this card. So make sure to be taking a lot of risks this week. And especially if somebody presents you with one, sometimes with Queen of Spades, so again, it's usually an opportunity that somebody comes to you with, and you're always like a little bit nervous. You don't feel like you know all the details. But the Queen of Spades says, learn as you go and just do it. So very interesting week. Thank you for watching and enjoy your week.